Hey everybody, how are you? Mike Disney, Blue Diamond Consultants, coming out to you with a little bit of a sales reporting conversation. Some of the things you should be thinking about, some of the things that maybe you're not thinking about. If you have a sales manager, some of this is going to be his responsibility. If you do not have a sales manager, I assume you are the sales manager. And so I wanted to talk about some of the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis. We want to talk about like the types of reporting that we look at, where we would generate reports from, and what that looks like. First off, how do you read a report? If you are an owner or a critical manager and you have a sales manager or some team lead, you shouldn't be looking at daily. You should be looking at a month to date, so you can track momentum, and then you should be looking at year to date to really kind of understand where we sit and what we're doing. But on a daily respect, that's really kind of the service manager, sales manager, or even a team lead to kind of manage on a day-to-day basis, to kind of evaluate the guys on a very intimate basis, know what they're doing, what complements their work, what doesn't complement their work, how do we leverage them, how do we create momentum in what they're doing, because that's what the monthly reporting is, right? The monthly reporting gives us trends, tells us reporting mechanisms, tells us where we are in momentum and phase there, and then we want to dive into that. And then when we look at that from a year to date gap, we just realize, what is it doing to our budget? How is it eroding or complementing? And we really got to dial into that kind of stuff. I want you to recognize that there's a couple different operational and strategic gaps that I think take place in reporting, and I wanted to talk about that because I think sometimes as business owners or critical managers, we make some fatal flaws in our reporting, or at least the journey of the reporting and what it looks like for our people. And so a couple things I want you to recognize and think about is that a sales manager or somebody that's in charge of the daily reporting and the people on a daily intimate basis, on the call by call management, or whether it's just watching and trending there, allowing them to call you on $0 ticket opportunities or whatever that is, that's really operational. And so those people should be dialing into operations. That doesn't mean they're not going to participate or play a part in the strategic opportunities that that division or that department offers. But first and foremost, on a daily perspective, it's going to be incredibly operational. The things that they're going to do on a day-to-day basis to create a level of conversion, to create an average ticket, to maintain efficiency in our labor perspective, to sell memberships, to to get people to buy more and more often, or to get other things kind of architect in the business. That's operational. That's daily activities, daily required actions that should be part of a scorecard that speaks to skills and competencies in a daily perspective. I think if you're a critical manager, or a director, or hire, or general manager, or even a strategic owner that has to play a part in being a director or a sales manager of sorts, you have to look at everything. You have to glance at things at most from a daily or weekly perspective. But when you look at monthly and annual, you have to really be strategic on what we're doing and how we're doing it. Should we be modifying some of our process? Should we be modifying some of our trainings to get people up to improve themselves around today's complexity? Should we be changing some of the language around not only how we meet our salespeople in the home, but like all the people that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that create support for the people that are out in the field? Are they speaking, language that is symmetrical for what we're doing out in the field? Are they saying things that are complementary to the guy that's going to go to the house? Are they saying things that speak about our vision and values and all the, let's just face it, a lot of clients prior to us going to a home are already making an evaluation of us. They're already determining who we are, what we do, and how we do it. And so I want to make sure that what we're saying on the phone complements what we're going to do in the house. And there's a lot of synergy around that, because if we can create that for our clients, we're going to create a journey that's going to be incredibly successful. And so I want you to be able to read reports that are really, really well. I think the most important things are some golden rules that are really important. And so one day does not tell you anything about your team, right? Because one person can have an 0 for 3 day, and that's not going to tell you that they suck. It might tell you that it might describe the lead a little bit. It might describe the journey of the day a little bit. It might describe, the nurturing effect that we give to our clients, or what that looks like. So I want you to recognize that we're going to look from a weekly perspective and see some things, in a monthly perspective and get some strategic opportunities. But reporting, really understanding reporting and having people kind of dial into operations and action plans off of reporting is the name of the game. And so, look, I'm going to be the first to tell you this, and I understand that a lot of people understand it, but doing it and staying true and consistent to it is the number one thing. Each and every time you're strategic in your thinking through a report, you must create an action plan off of that. If you are a salesperson, or you are a modified sales manager, or blended sales manager, if you will, you absolutely need to do some dance. You need to make sure you're focused on operational first and foremost. That's the number one thing. That's your job. Operational sales. Convert, and get it done effectively. But then there's going to be moments and times where you're going to play a part in strategy. How do we do? How do we enhance? How do we modify? How do we improve? Does that affect the client journey positively or negatively? And what do we do about it? So those are the things that I think about for you guys. And I wonder how often you guys get to think about why are we doing all this reporting? What are we utilizing the reporting for? Are we using it for strategic development? Are we using it for operational excellence? All of that matters. And all of that should be predicated in your process and your process development and all those things that matter. And if you need help building process, or you need help with sales language, and you need help with the journey of the client in what we would call Candyland, hit us up. We're here to help you guys. We really appreciate the opportunity to come out and talk to you about things like this. I think sales reporting is one of those things that's absolutely necessary. It's great to track data, but it's really important to have action plans off of that. For all you guys that are EOS experts and you fail to offer action plans around all that stuff, hit us up. We'll teach you how to take EOS to actionable plans in your business and make sure that you guys dial in. And for you guys that just want to improve your home service business and be able to serve your clients at a higher level so that they can improve their lifestyle in their home at a faster, rapid pace, and make sure that they recognize that you're a lifetime value for them and the perfect choice for the things that you do in their home. Hit us up. We would love to help you on that journey, and we would love to give you some insight in how Blue Diamond helps people from an intimate coaching perspective and an advisement perspective to make sure that clients have the ability to improve their lifestyle and be grateful for the team that does the work in their home. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you.